Yeah, hi there. These comments are for TA, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the online TOEFL course, a 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And by the way, when you see a shell, tell her that Michael said hi. We used to be colleagues together, and I have the highest respect for her. Okay, let's take a look at your situation. My name is TA. Now, first of all, when you're writing, you want to control your sentence structure, and in this case, you could probably put a comma and then put "and." My name is TA. I'm a student in the Language Academy at USC. I took 3 semesters, summer, fall, spring. Maybe another comma here, and I finished level 4, 5, and 6 in communication skills. Put a period here. My teacher, Shell, told me about you, and she recommended you after I told her about my problem in TOEFL. Maybe be a little more precise here. I took the exam 3 times. Need a new sentence here. The first score was very bad, 56. You might use the word because I had maybe only been in LA for 5 months when I took the test. So part of your writing problems right now is your sentence formation. So you want to make sure that you're not just using simple sentences all the time. And remember, every sentence has a subject and a verb in it. And you're having some problems right now. It's called run-on sentences. Go to Google and see what that is. How do you stop doing this? This is going to be very helpful for you in your writing. Already, I can see you can make some improvements with your writing and just your sentence structure. You see the second one, you need a preposition here, say, on the second exam, the score not go but went up 12 points. But the writing score was the same as the first writing score. You can just put here 12. However, the last test, let's say, however, you might want to say ETS couldn't score the last test because they need to be more precise. The IBT human raters couldn't, not heard. You have to use the base form after the modal. So, however, ETS couldn't score the last test because IBT human raters couldn't hear. They couldn't hear my speaking responses. There's 6 of them, so make that plural. Now we'll take it for the 4th time in my country of Saudi Arabia. Not in, but on. Usually when we put the day and the month, we'll put on. If you just say in June, okay. But on the 14th of June, you say the minimum score I want to attend the university is 80. I hope you can help me, and I want to know how much it will cost the course. I want to know how much. Now you're thinking in Arabic. Be careful. Or how about this? So how much your course will cost me. So I think we got it. So you also need to look at your verb tenses. You're having a lot of problems using your past tense verb. So this is also something. Sometimes you omit prepositions. Be careful about that. Okay, so let's answer your questions here now. The way that my course works, TA, it's just $38 a month. You can use my course as long as you need it. So what you do is you create a PayPal subscription. Once you create your PayPal subscription, you'll make a payment of $38, for example, for the month for the next 30-day billing cycle. So if you join my course today, then you will use my course for 30 days. If you do not cancel your subscription by June 21st, then you're billed another month, another $38. Now the real question is, you're not really asking me this, but the question is, can you improve your TOEFL score from 68 to 80 by June 14th? And I don't think so. I'm going to say no. I mean, you just saw the errors that you made with the paragraphs that you sent me. You have a lot of problems with a lot of areas of your language use. And even, you can see these problems manifested with speaking even. And of course you want to bring up the writing more because that's your lowest section. But there are problems in the other sections as well. So in my opinion, I mean, you can certainly take my course for 30 days if you like, but my best guess is you're looking probably at 3 to 5 months of really hard study before you're going to reach your goal. You simply have too many language issues. A lot of these things cannot be solved immediately. There's a lot of things you have to do in order to make progress over time. The first one, I always tell my students, reading every day for 45 minutes. Believe it or not, this is probably one of the best things you can do right now. Number 2, practice listening every day for 45 minutes. Every day. This is very important now. In both cases, as you do your reading and your listening practice, as you're doing your reading and your listening practice, you want to get in the habit of note-taking. Now, according to the email you sent me, so right now you're in Saudi Arabia, right? So you're at home, hanging out with your friends, enjoying your family, but you also want to prepare for the TOEFL to get 80, right? So even though you're in Saudi Arabia, there are a lot of things that you can do that will continue to help you improve your English skills, right? So as you do the reading and the listening practice I'm outlining in this video, make sure that you work on what's called note-taking. Practice getting the main and the most important supporting points on the reading and the listening passages. I think this is going to be very, very important for you. Now, you're not done yet. Using your notes, I want you to write maybe 3 250-word summaries weekly. This is good writing practice, trust me. So you'll take a reading or a listening passage and you're going to re-explain that in 250 words. Get it down in note form. This is good. Now also, using your notes, give maybe, how about 5 60-second oral responses each week. This is also very important. So now what you're doing is you're not just doing reading practice or listening practice, but you're also doing integrated writing and you're doing integrated speaking practice, which is also good. Now, my final suggestion is, so you already have a lot of things that you can be doing right now, right? Now remember, if we go back to reading, what you can do, focus on either newspapers, magazines, or books, Now with listening, if you can do this is going to be very helpful. If you have English TV where you are in Saudi Arabia, hopefully you do, you can focus on news, science, history, and documentary programs. Now if wherever you are in Saudi Arabia, if you do not have English TV, you can certainly go to the internet and you can focus on 3 specific websites. I'll give them to you right now. National Public Radio. This is going to be very helpful. The next one is TED Talks. And then the last one, Randall's Cyber Listening Lab. These are 3 great websites. So National Public Radio has a lot of current events and culture and all that. It can be academic. The vocabulary is going to be good. It'll be high. It'll be college level. TED Talk. Also, you can get a lot of information on all kinds of science topics and cultural topics and so on. Now this one, Randall Cyber Listening Lab, this is more of an ESL type listening website where you can work on your pronunciation. Now my final suggestion is, I'm going to recommend my 90-day TOEFL study guide. This gives you specific practice with vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, listening, reading, writing, and speaking areas. This is going to help build your academic English language proficiency in 7 specific areas, and you definitely will be able to improve your English by doing this. Now, if you don't want to use a study guide, that's fine. You can go directly to my website. Once you're subscribed, once you get your username and your password, you can work on whatever you want. What I'm doing is just giving you my professional opinion based on your TOEFL score right now, which is 68, based on your goal of getting 80, and also based on some of the language use errors I noticed in the paragraphs that you sent me by email. You're probably looking now at about 3 to 5 months if you follow these 6 steps here. What does that mean? That means you're probably spending anywhere from 4, maybe from 3 to 5 hours every day. You're going through all these steps. You're doing these different things on a day-to-day basis, right? So my study guide, you might spend maybe 2 to 3 hours a day going through the lessons in my study guide, and then you can spend the rest of your time following these other suggestions. Alright, so I think you can do this. I think you can reach your goal. It is possible. Can you do it in 3 weeks? Probably not. But if you're consistent and you study and you prepare over maybe 3 or 4 months, you should be able to reach your goal. Alright, anyway, thank you very much for your email, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.